Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
We all have to start somewhere.
We all have to end somewhere, too. But let's concentrate on the other thing.
Good morning, desert otherworld.
Hello there, babies. It's me, Symphony.
Hey, babies, it's me, Hal.
It's a me, Meg. Welcome to Good Morning Desert Otherworld. This is the podcast where we talk about that other podcast. Why? Because we like it. We think it's good. We think it's fun to all get together and celebrate things that we like. Because there's so little left in the world that is pure joy. We have to create our own. Just to give you an update, today is August the 5th, 2020. Right now it's 10:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you listen to the show in a month from now and you're like, what are they talking about? The aliens have come. How did they not mention that? Just know that this is the specific place and construct of time that we are coming to you from. We love you. You're safe.
But Night Vale isn't. Because is it ever? This episode's description of taking off is, it's the first broadcast of the new radio station in the desert otherworld. Plus, a huge research project reaches its conclusion. Let's talk about it!
Wow, you know?
Y'all.
They'll take you there.
They'll take you there.
Kevin is the best.
I like how this episode starts off with just 30 seconds of sound design.
Yes.
It's like cold open, and then like, this is the theme song, I guess. And it's like this spooky weirdness.
It's like ominous sounding desert. It kind of was like a desert soundscape, you know, like what it would sound like with the wind rustling through the cactus, open air, dust bowl. It sounded like a dust bowl to me, like a dark dust bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin's there and Carlos is there. And I like how like Kevin and Carlos just been hanging out this whole time and we're just finding out about it now. It's like Kevin is mentioned 2 episodes ago. I was like, oh, Kevin's here. Cool. And then like next episode, it's like, yeah, it's fine. He has a radio station that he seems pretty chill about. Let's all go there. And now it's like, oh no, Kevin and Carlos have been hanging out for a year and they're like great friends with Doug and Alicia. And like, there's just this whole buddy relationship that we had no idea was happening.
Right. There's a whole buddy cop movie that we weren't privy to this whole time. I wonder, like, what have they done? Like, because I mean, you figure out in the end, when Carlos leaves that letter, that they had been hanging out like a lot, and like, you know, they needed each other, and so they were there for each other and friends and all this stuff. Because you weren't getting these vibes throughout that Kevin was kind of not in love with Carlos, but like really, well, maybe a little. Like, he was like, he's so handsome and all this stuff, but he wasn't like taking away from the fact that he had a boyfriend. I don't know.
There's something about this. It's this feeling of like the villain who's tried to reform.
Yeah.
But he's still a villain. Like he would, like the reform villain who would be like, I'm going to the corner store. And then you think they're going to do something bad. They're like, no, I'm just going to the corner store. It's just how I say it.
Yeah. Do you need anything?
Yeah. Do you need anything?
Do you need some Takis?
Do you want some Takis? They're spicy. So there is an insidiousness to it. Like, there is something evil happening here, but also this idea of, well, maybe not. Maybe he's trying to move forward and not be who he was, but that's just his nature and he can't fight it.
Yeah, because all the, like, you know, he was like, oh, it's kind of different here, but like, he's trying to make it similar to his home. You know, he's trying to get comfortable there. So that's why he's putting like the blood around and he got all excited when they kept talking about the warring and all that stuff. And Vanessa's there and the doppelganger is there. So he's trying to make it very homey. And then he ends up naming the desert otherworld Desert Bluffs so that he's like, I'm home. And maybe this is where Kevin belongs.
It's kind of like a study in Kevin's psychotic break is this episode.
Right.
Where he like freaks out about the pasta salad and then he gets like real nostalgic for throat spiders and desert bluffs, which is like a whole pandemic trauma thing that we all get to re-experience while listening to this episode.
Right.
But he has like that nostalgia for that. And then like he gets the scent of blood from the soldiers. And then the next thing you know, they come back to the studio and it is like, oh, I just decorated so much so that Carlos thinks it's barbecue sauce. But like, it's just like this kind of, it starts out being like, okay, what happens when is Kevin better now? Is this situation tenable? And then it just completely degrades.
Right. The answer is no.
The answer is not tenable. And now we have another Desert Bluffs. Like, it just starts as a, like, what's the next chapter? Oh, no, the next chapter, it's cyclical, and it just circles right back around.
Yeah. And not liking bad news. Anything that's not happy is bad.
Yeah, super bad.
Yeah, that's another it's like, okay, yeah, because Strux was very much like smiling God, like stay happy, stay busy, stay working. And, you know, Kevin was trying to do everything. He was like, do whatever you can to stay happy. And then he gets very sad in the end. Did it make anybody else feel like when a creepy clown says they're sad?
Yeah.
At the end, that's how I felt. Like a freaky clown was like, I'm sad. I was like, no.
Yeah. That makes me sad.
I know. Oh, it freaked me out. And I just had to I stopped it. I was like, is this it? And then I clicked it off because I was like, well, it was very unsettling for me.
I feel like you are easily frightened.
Scared.
Like it.
Yeah, but I like it.
You do? So if I were to tell you right now.
Shut up.
See? I don't even have to say anything. It doesn't even matter.
I know you're going to say something creepy. Something's creepy behind me.
There's nothing behind you.
Ooh.
Except that dog might be behind you. Who's here?
No, I can see Bama.
It's weird that there's that creepy doll, though.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Was it always bleeding from its eyes? Oh, yeah. Oh, look, your breath is fogging up. Everything's fine.
But gosh, it's so cold in here.
All of a sudden, and there's a red balloon.
No. Yeah, I like being scared, but like in a controlled environment, not like in my home or in someone else's home that I happen to be house sitting.
So you like a haunted house?
Yeah, I love a haunted house. Oh gosh, I love a haunted house. But I will tell you, I am a pusher.
Oh, you push the person in front of you out of the way to get out faster.
No, I use them as a human shield, and I push them ahead of me.
Oh, I can't. I know I've walked. I was at Universal Studios a few years ago during Halloween, not at a Halloween Horror Nights, but they have a big haunted house you can go in even during like the day. And I was so terrified at the idea of going in there. Like, I know it's a bunch of actors. I probably know 2 or 3 of the people who are in there in costume, but I don't want to go somewhere where for 5 to 10 minutes, I'm like, is this when, okay, is this when the person's going to come out from around the corner and jump out and scare me? Or are they going to come from over there? So you just, the whole time, like, there's no enjoy. I don't like, I'm scared enough of everything all the time that I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm even more scared by something that cannot hurt me at all. I can't do it.
I don't know. There's something about that feeling when you get all like hot, like you get a little tense and like hot because you're scared, like your body tenses up a little bit. You feel endorphins. That fight or flight. Yeah. The buildup of endorphins and stuff like that is really interesting. I will tell you quick story. I was at a Christmas, well, it was Krampus, a Krampus haunted house. It was so funny. And because, they're trying to make money in the wintertime. I was like, okay, not sad. So we're there and like there's a bunch of scary Jack Frosts and stuff like that. But then they had regular scary stuff like, just like regular scary dead things. And they must not have had a bunch of people like coming through that night because we came around the corner and one of the characters was like talking to the dead bartender behind. They were just like, yeah, they could have been on a cigarette break. Like, they were just like, yeah, anyway, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, nope, there they are. And then they were like, oh, woo. And I was like, don't try it. You missed your opportunity. If you're like standing there being like, anyway, Joe.
They have to put out the cigarette real quick.
Yeah, right. A Krampus chased you out.
Oh God, no.
Because they're that's scary because they're big and bulky, and like hairy looking. It chased you with how they do the chainsaw chase at the end. A lot. It was a Krampus with a chainsaw. It was fun.
Do you know how they have a Krampus chase? There's a guy with a chainsaw? No, I don't. I don't know how there's a guy with a chainsaw.
Usually at the end of haunted houses, there's one final scare that usually chases you out of the haunted house. Sometimes they'll chase you into the parking lot, which is fucked up. I don't like those.
And they're waiting for you outside your apartment. Last scare.
Yeah. You don't have to be scared at home, but you can't be scared here.
Yeah.
For me, that would be somebody going like, you may never be able to afford a home. And then I would run out screaming.
Oh, buddy.
The haunted houses don't really scare me. But because I kind of like it. Like that's the theatricality. Like horror theater, I love.
Yeah.
As a theater maker, I just like I know how they do it all. Like I see what they're doing. I can navigate the story with them. I know what strings they're pulling. Like I can intellectually wrap my head around that as they're making a show for me.
Right.
But horror movies, I like. It's not that like I get scared. It's just that like I feel so upset, like watching really violent things or really like traumatic or gory things. It like hurts my heart. And I'm like, this isn't entertainment to me. This is like just me watching something horrible happen to people. I'm like, I know that it's not real, but it's like you're asking me to believe that it is. So I have trouble shifting for scary movies. Whereas like, you drag me through your haunted house. I'm like, hell yeah, like I will 100% cheer you on, be a zombie. But like, if you're on
Go
screen,
ahead, you be a zombie.
yeah, like if you're on a screen on a zombie ripping someone's head off, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. Honestly, the ones that mess me up the most, though, are when you're in a haunted house and they start messing with like what you can see. Like as a theater person, just like you, I love that. I'm like, oh, cool, you've created a tableau here, you know, of like, the scene has been set. I see we're in a crazy doctor's office where he apparently chops people up. That's fine. Like, oh, there he is, half a body. And it's like, okay, that's great. But the ones that mess me up are when there's like a mix of like light. It's like light and dark. And it'll be like either light and mist where you are desensitized. It'll be like super loud music and then flashing lights and lots of smoke. So you can't see anything until it's about 6 inches away from you.
Don't love that. I also don't like being alone. Yeah. Like when you're in a situation where you end up alone, like in an empty room.
Yep.
Or like a dark space and you're by yourself. Like that's, I mean, I've seen a lot of immersive theater in my day. The concept of immersive theater. I saw Sleep No More when it was like done in a high school in outside of Boston, like the first production of it in old high school. I've seen it in New York. I've seen a bunch of different immersive theater experiences, and the parts where they get you alone, I never really liked that because it's like, I don't know, it's too intimate. It's too intimate, and it's like there's so much trust required there. That's just like
that we haven't established.
Yeah, exactly.
At all.
Yeah,
we've not established
you're
trust.
Too close to me, sir. Yeah, no, that happened to me. I was, at least Sleep No More is kind of like, it's kind of scary, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of uneasiness, and then they do try to disorient you a lot, like by getting you alone, or like I'd say it's horror. It's definitely macabre.
Okay. Well, I saw one in Brooklyn with Cecil that was not scary, but I had that same uneasy feeling. Like I had to go, they put me in a closet, and then they're like, come into this bedroom and lay on this bed with me. I'm like, no.
Did you see Then She Fell, the Alice in Wonderland one, or?
No, I saw one where you're like on an island.
Oh, that one. Oh my God. I saw that one. And then a guy, yes, they got me alone. It was like a guy, and he was not wearing a shirt, and he was like, this is my bedroom. And he was like, come slow dance with me. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking slow dance with you, random shirtless dude, like alone in a room. Like, this is not a safe environment. I don't know you. Like that one. It was. I thought it was cool what they were doing, but like have some forethought that like maybe one of your things shouldn't be isolating a woman alone in a room with a half naked man forcing physical contact. Like maybe think that through. Like they did not run that by a single woman.
Yeah. There was a couple things like that. I was just like, I'm like, wait, you want me to climb up into this airplane thing that can seat 3 people? It's like me and 2 other people. And I'm like, I have space issues already. Like, please don't touch me. Please don't like be too close to me, because I'm going to keep scooching over. It just makes me uncomfortable. And don't ask me to do stuff like put things on your body.
Don't make me touch you. Like, I'm not slow dancing with you and like alone. Like, I don't know you. Like, I know that you're acting or whatever, but like, this is not like, I'm not acting. Like, I'm not in the show. Like,
right. I'm not getting paid for this, so I prefer not.
I paid for this.
Right.
Anyway,
it's fine. I kept drinking the alcohol though.
I've had a number of touch and go at immersive. I like Sleep No More. I really like Then She Fell. The one that you're talking about, the one that where they. That one, not so much, not so great. Anyway, I would go to immersive Desert Otherworld.
Yeah,
but you know what? This Desert Otherworld, there's too many, and I think that's really upsetting Carlos a lot, and I don't blame him because he's just like, you guys need to rest, and like he's getting really frustrated that all they want to do is like fight.
They're like his children too. He's like, lay off, stop doing that. Like he's having to discipline them. You need to rest. And
they're destroying his stuff.
Yeah. Well, and then they destroy all of it. That dog.
Yeah.
Wrecks it all.
Yeah, that big dog. which I'm imagining is like Clifford the Big Red Dog, but white.
I imagine like a dire wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I thought that think that Dylan and Kevin get a really nice chemistry in this episode. They recorded it together in my apartment. I remember this day.
Oh.
So they,
Oh my God.
they did this
Brooke?
live.
In the Brook?
Together at our apartment in Brooklyn in Joseph's office. Back in that life. And yeah, so they did this together. So you can kind of tell that like it is a live dialogue. There's a nice chemistry there. I also think that, they both do a really great job. Dylan is hilarious with his like disciplining Doug and Alicia. I thought that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a put upon parent.
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
They are tripping though.
They like really, they got a bee in their bonnet. There's a bee in their bonnets for war, and it does not go well. And poor Carlos is left. All of Carlos's work is destroyed.
All those beakers.
It really puts things into perspective.
Carlos is like Dr. Fauci.
There's something to that though, because last episode was about Cecil being done with Night Vale, because the most important thing was being with Carlos. By the end of this episode, Carlos is, and due to a letter, but this is the opposite direction of like, really what I'm in love with more than anything is what I do, is science, is being Dr. Fauci. And so I need to rededicate myself. I need space, and you don't know what's going on. Is this Kevin manipulating everything? Mm-hmm. Which you kind of feel like it is. What's in that letter? Where in the timeline is this compared to what we just heard in episode 69? Because you would expect him to just show up, or maybe this is parallel at the same time, and Cecil has sent a letter and then realized he made a mistake, and now it's time to go start his new life.
It's quite the misdirect with the letter.
Right, because I thought it was making it sound like he was going to like be like, no, I'm staying here and I'm breaking up with Cecil type thing.
Yeah.
But then he's breaking up with Kevin. Have you ever had to break up with a friend? It's hard to be like, I can't hang out with you anymore, or I don't want to hang out with you anymore.
What was the situation that made it hard for you? Did somebody tell you you're not allowed to spend time with them anymore, like when you're a kid?
No, this was this actually happened like this past year. I've started doing this stuff with myself where I think because I'm just a pretty caring person and I try to understand where people are in their lives, because, not everybody's having a great time all the time. You know what I mean? So they can react to certain things because of other things in their past. So I try and give people the benefit of the doubt. But this friend that I had was very negative and toxic and made me feel bad, like when I hung out with them. And I don't think you should feel that way. And I wouldn't, if I was doing stuff with other friends, some of my friends I'll introduce to other friends, but this friend, I felt like I couldn't do that because I was embarrassed that I thought that they would say something mean, or I'd have to explain to my friends. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because they would say something that was like inappropriate, more not embarrassing, but more inappropriate or negative, that I don't think other people would think is cool, and that I didn't think was cool. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to be purposely vague so I'm not like busting someone out on my fucking podcast. Do you know? It's Cecil, everybody. No, just kidding.
Knew it.
No, we're very bestie friends. But yeah, so I had to, and the last straw for me had to do with, I had to make a decision to spend time with my family or spend time with them. They kind of like gave me an ultimatum, and I was like, haha, always my family, goodbye forever, burn in hell. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel there's like certain lines for me. I'm very understanding to a point, but especially when it comes to my family, my mother, my brother, especially, I don't fuck around. So, and don't try and separate me from those things I just think so I had to kick that friend to the curb.
How did you do it? If you can do it, tell us vaguely enough.
Yeah, they kept texting me and sending me messages and being like, hey, I miss you. And at first I was just like kind of avoiding it and then being like, oh, well, because I was touring at the time. So I could be like, oh, you know what? I'm on tour, and just thinking that they would kind of go away after a while. But they did not. And so one day I had to send a message saying that because of their actions, it hurt my feelings. And I told them at the time that it hurt my feelings and I didn't like that sort of thing. But I told them in the thing, I had thought about it and it made me rethink what I thought about them as a person. And I don't think that I want that type of person in my life. And maybe I'll reconsider sometime in the future. And I wish you the best. But right now, I don't think we can be friends. And I left it at that.
Good for you. It's good to be decisive about. We have one unique life, and we should avoid having a bad time whenever we can avoid having a bad time.
And people that make you feel bad about yourself don't need to be a part of that. They don't get the privilege of spending time with you.
And there's a difference between being friends with someone who's not in a great place. And so maybe it's it's not always the most awesome time being around them because they're not feeling great, but you don't feel bad in yourself being there. You feel like you're still there for your friend and there's still that friendship there. And it feels like you're still being able to give something to them that's of value. But in a situation where you're having a bad time and they don't know that you're having a bad time, they don't care that you're having a bad time, or so. Yeah, that's the sort of thing that's like a good indicator of an incompatibility. And if you're incompatible, you're incompatible. The world's a big place. There's a lot of people in it. There's a seat for every ass.
There's a butt for every seat.
So the misdirect is, so he's got this letter and he's like, I'm hand delivering it. And then Kevin just doesn't get it. He's like, oh, he left this letter behind. I shouldn't read it. We're like, oh, this is for you.
Yeah.
There's the joke that I wanted to mention that I thought Dylan did a really good job delivering, where he's like saying the names of all the soldiers, and one of the soldiers' names is just like a long vocal fry.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it goes on like way too long. I love that. I love durational humor.
Very long. I love it.
And a good sound gag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Perfect timing. Flawless timing.
As always with that Dylan Marin.
One of the things that is so interesting to me listening to these Desert Otherworld episodes is, I guess, just the world I've built for Night Vale in my head. When I am listening to an episode that takes place outside of Night Vale, it really is a different experience for me. Like, it doesn't, like, I really felt like I was somewhere else. Like, I really,
it's different.
I felt like I was somewhere else. So I guess, really speaks to the amount of world building that happens in Night Vale, and that the essence of Night Vale that Cecil creates and that Joseph and Jeffrey create with the world there, that when we go outside of it, even though it is like still a half-hour podcast, it's dealing with the same storyline, it really feels like we're somewhere else.
Yeah, I definitely, in my mind's eye, I was imagining lots of dunes of sand but like mountains also like slightly in the distance, and just a more sparse, because I imagine Night Vale as being very like town, big town, small, like not small city, but bigger town.
Mm-hmm.
There's buildings and all sorts of stuff, even though it is a desert community. But this I imagine to be much more sparse, and like everything built is a little bit more roughshod, he said the tower is built out of the adobe and the rocks and all that. Yeah, I just imagine it more Flintstone-y, but with sand dunes.
Mm-hmm. I have a similar shift where I feel like a Night Vale feels like very much like old town, and then the Desert Otherworld feels like driving down the I-10 west, like between Arizona and California.
Yeah, barely anything. Every building's like, is that a mistake? Did that get blown here from somewhere else?
Exactly.
That was the first time that on that road That was the first time I ever saw an actual tumbleweed.
Yeah.
Like, you see them in cartoons. As a person who's grown up in the Midwest or the East Coast most of my life, I had never seen anything like that before, except in like cartoons.
Right.
And I mean, in a way, you kind of think it's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
In like movies, you're like, oh, well, there's tumbleweeds and blah, blah. But there are really fucking tumbleweeds, dude.
Mm-hmm. Rocks and sand and cactus and tumbleweeds for miles. Mountains. And I love the desert so much. The American Southwest is, I think, my favorite place in the whole world. I love it so much. It
does have a very interesting landscape. And it's fun. It's fun to visit. I don't know if I would want to live there. But I like to visit.
Yeah, I could live there. I could live in Santa Fe.
Santa Fe was cute.
Or like out in like Joshua Tree or Palm Springs or
we know all the best places to get margaritas there.
I've driven across country on the 40, which takes you through the Texas Panhandle and then New Mexico, Arizona, a number of times, and and usually by myself. And I always imagine for every because there are rest stops in the middle of nowhere. Because if you didn't refuel your car, it would run out of gas and you would die because there's nothing around you at all.
You'd be beef jerky. Yeah.
And I always imagine there are people who work here who live somewhere else. But I only imagine a small town made up of the people who work at that rest stop. Like there is a small town that is within 20 miles of there that has 5 houses and everything revolves around that rest. And I don't know if that's true or not. If we have a listener who works at one of those I-40 rest stops and I want to know, I want to know your life. I want to know where you live. What is the commute like? Is it crazy? Do you all live close to one another? Or is it the only experience you share in common is that you work at this place? Because I can't imagine, when you're driving on those highways and there is nothing,
right?
Particularly at night when you can't see anything, and then it becomes creepy, scary, because if you blow a tire out and there's no cell service in 2000, then you are screwed. But it's hard to imagine that there's anybody living anywhere near where you are on that road. There is no life for hundreds of miles in any given direction. No civilized people who have settled down. So when those rest stops appear, I'm like, I don't understand. Is somebody driving 2-3 hours to work? It's possible.
Maybe they just live in the back of the rest stop.
Maybe it's My Dream, where you think it's, or the TV show Mask from when I was a kid, where you think it's a gas station, and then underneath is a whole command center and the best living possible, and they're getting to live it up. I hope that's the case.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. And then they go upstairs and I have to sell these clumps of bullshit in amber as paperweights. Sometimes
you can get some real quality trinkets and tchotchkes from those places, though.
Symphony, you got me this.
Is that a Batman necklace?
It's a bear.
Oh, it's a bear.
Because she's a bear.
Oh, that's a
bear
great
necklace.
Bear.
Yeah, I keep it on my desk.
Yeah, those types of things are it's fun, and it helps you remember the moment that you were there and why you were there, and just the fun times of that stuff, Oh,
I miss my old life.
Me too. I have
we used to go everywhere.
I know. Go and had plans to go so many other places, and
we got to do it though, right? We got to have the experience of it.
I was going through my PTO calendar for work, and I had a week blocked out to go on tour with y'all in the fall, and I finally canceled that week off.
Oh.
But in my head, I was like, well, we'll be back. We will tour again. It'll be very exciting, and I can't wait.
Can't wait till it happens.
And I know it's not going to be for a long time, but I mean, we've talked about dates.
Well, I have dates on the calendar. I've got, you know, we have a full 2021, but a lot of that's going to depend on the world, you know, like it's really out of our hands.
Yeah.
I personally do everything I can. I wear my mask and I try to stay away from people. And I know that my personal actions can help restart the world.
Wait, can we all quarantine together? And then
You want to quarantine?
You want to make a bubble?
we'll make a bubble.
Just bubble all of the worldwide Welcome to Night Vale fans who want to come see a live show. Just all of this bubble.
Let's all meet in someplace for 2 weeks and just like wait it out.
I'll tell you, the NBA's done it right. We could follow that blueprint because they've had, of all the people that are there, it's almost 400 people. Nobody's tested positive in the month that they've been there.
It's because they're not allowed out of the bubble and they get fined if they go out of the bubble.
And they get quarantined and they have to be separate.
And they're tracked. Their locations are physically tracked and their biometrics are monitored constantly.
It's amazing. If anybody is interested in this kind of stuff, a rookie on the 76ers named Matisse Thybulle has a YouTube channel that is amazing. He is in addition to being a very good basketball player, he is a very talented photographer and started a YouTube channel where he was like, I'm going to document all of this.
That's
and
awesome.
Genius.
It's everything from what the bubble is like and what it was like getting there and checking in and taking tests every day and having your magic band with you that has all your information. It's the only way you can go anywhere, down to the team talking about how they want to, like, are we all going to kneel at the national anthem and who's comfortable with that? Let's have a dialogue about how everybody feels and how do we want to message this as a team and what's important to it. It's amazing.
What happens to their families?
They're not there. They can't bring their families with them. So they're all making a sacrifice to be there.
They've left their families for the season, right?
Yeah, you can't go you can't go out of the bubble.
No. There are people who have had one guy had an excused absence for a family matter, but then stopped and had lunch at a strip club in Atlanta.
Yeah.
What?
And then went into quarantine.
The NHL it seems to be having success too, where they've got their 2 cities of quarantine. It's in Canada, which is more helpful because the Canadian government did anything to prevent the spread of the virus. So that was a good start there.
And take care of their citizens while they had to stay at home.
Major League Baseball is having trouble because they're trying to travel.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not good.
And it's like you're exposed, you're traveling. Like it's just you gotta hold still, which speaks to our career on this podcast where we talk about the logistics of trying to be a touring act. No.
We could do residencies. Like we could just be like someplace for like a month. And then it's like, you got to make your way to this to someplace over here. And then one in the middle and then one on the other side, just at each one of our houses.
And we just have to perform for one person at a time.
Yeah. Or it's like out into a field. Oh, you know what? There's drag shows that are doing drive-in, like they're performing at drive-ins. Mm-hmm. So people are coming in their individual cars and are able, because then you can distance better apparently.
There's been a lot of drive-in shows in California, and I'm like, you have 1,000 cars in a parking lot in California, all with their windows up, listening to the live act on their radio. And they all have their windows up, the engines running, and the air conditioning on. I'm like, what are we doing here, guys?
I mean, isn't that just traffic in California, though? Oh,
zing!
But like, what are we doing here? Like,
they're like, fuck the environment. I want to see a play.
Like the musician's not making any money. The venue's not making any money. You're not actually listening to the music live, and you're polluting the environment. I'm just like, what are we doing here? Anyway. Come listen to our live streams.
We just need to get out. Jennifer and I went for a drive the other day, and I never felt so free.
Yeah, going for drives has been helpful. Oh, we've been talking for a while. We should move on. Sorry.
Yeah, I got to go make a steak.
Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast about their theories, comments, and questions. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather, which was Pyramid by Jason Webley.
First of all, of course, we always love our Jason Webley.
Webbs.
Great guy, great musician. But I wanted to talk a little bit about, because I remember when this song came out, because Jason was talking about Margaret Rocker.
But yeah, this bonkers story.
Yeah, this wild story about this American poet named Margaret Rucker. If you don't know who she is, she's got like a Wikipedia page, and her story is so wild, like about our family and tragedy. I don't want to talk about it right now because, we would have to do trigger warnings and all that stuff. But check it out. She's got a very tragic story, but some of the lines from the song are directly correlated from her life. Even the title, Pyramid. Her family mausoleum is a 30-foot tall step pyramid in Evergreen Cemetery that was in honor of her mother. And that's where all of the family is buried. So I just thought that was pretty cool. And it was built on the day that she was born. And in the lyrics, they talk about how the day you were born, they built stones up. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Jason's inspiration for this song and this whole album that it comes off of, the album Margaret, was interesting. He was in California with a friend, and they found some boxes on the side of the road. And in the boxes on the side of the road were kind of someone's personal effects, photo albums and keepsakes and trinkets and things like that. And they were for Margaret Rucker. And a few days before, Jason had been in his hometown in Everett, standing on Margaret Rucker's grave. At the pyramid.
So wild.
So
Wow.
he was like, I think I was just at this woman's grave, 1,000 miles away from here 2 days ago. So that inspired him to find out about her life story and then create this song, and then also create an album inspired by her and by this story he compiled with many different artists. And it's a great album if you want to take a journey and listen to it. It's a very interesting inspiration. It kind of feels like he was grabbed out of time and space to make this album be a thing.
Mm-hmm. It's like a ghost story.
Yeah, it's like the ghost kind of forced him to make the album.
Right?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't let this slide. Please don't cut this out. At a certain point, you had to go deal with Bama, the dog, who you were watching. And then, so you walked the camera, and then you just hear like the jingling and jangling of things. And then you just lean in out of nowhere into the frame and go, right?
Well, because I was listening to you guys on my headphones and I wanted to interject, but my computer, I hadn't plugged, the plug for my computer had come out of the wall.
Oh.
And I couldn't figure out, I was trying not to knock over a bunch of stuff and replug in the computer. And then Bama comes down the hallway and because hears me rustling around and is like, oh, it's time to play. It is not. Time to work.
Of course not. It's time to cut ourselves a piece of a steaming, piping hot FanZone Calzone.
Delicious.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
Out of the first FanZone Calzone here, we have a voicemail from Jamie about some throat spiders. Let's listen to it.
Hey, this is Jamie Keller, and I am calling because I listened to a new episode and I had a thought to share on throat spiders because everybody loves them. So I had a completely different headcanon, and I thought maybe you'd get a kick out of hearing it, that it's less that there are spiders infesting your throat and more of like venom, but in reverse, where you open your mouth and there's just like a giant spider that can, in your throat, just looking at you like, hey, how's it going? And not just one, but like a few, because it's plural, but they just stay in there and you can't talk until they're cured, eradicated, so they grow up and get jobs, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how you actually get rid of them. Also, I thought I would tell you that I had always gotten a kick out of it. I am a huge dork in Magic the Gathering, and there was a pretend card called Throat Wolf that didn't exist, but it was basically the first meme of, oh, there's this really strong card. What do you mean you haven't seen it? Because this was before the internet. And you could just say that, and you could make up numbers for it and skills for it or whatever, and it could be as big and huge as you wanted it to be because it didn't exist, but people spread it around as the rarest thing. How have you never seen it? It's the best. My friend has it in Canada. Anyway, those are my throat spider thoughts. I will talk to y'all again, perhaps. Thank you for doing this. I enjoy both shows so much. Bye.
Jamie, that's a terrifying mind cannon.
Yeah. I mean, it was one thing I was just imagining, just like a bunch of spiders, like, coming out of your throat, like, because there's like a sack of them in there. But you're talking about like just multiple grown-ass spiders, like just living in there. They're just like waiting. And every time you open your mouth, they're like, hey, no, I don't like it. And I'm also imagining them big, like tarantulas. I don't know how they fit inside your mouth like that, but
in the script book, they're illustrated as like one giant spider in their mouth.
yeah.
So speaking of the script book, so I'm going to read you a mind canon from Kevin R. Free that he wrote in the script book. So Kevin wrote the intro to this episode, and he talks a couple confessions in his intro. And his second confession is Kevin loves Carlos. And Kevin says, I imagined all kinds of things about Carlos and Kevin. Imagined how often they sat in Carlos's kitchen and talked about the desert otherworld, about the giants who were building the world for them, about Cecil, glossing over questions about whether they were colonizers of the giants' land. I thought about how Kevin and Carlos probably cooked dinner together in the kitchen of Carlos's apartment every day for a year. The kitchen, from the description in the episode, seems to have an open floor plan, which was helpful when Kevin and Carlos sang and danced every night for Doug and Alicia after dinner. Their favorite duet, I think, is the Streisand version of Being at War with Each Other, which they always played from their phones because the melody is so difficult and because their phones never lost their charge in that place, and because they both wanted Doug and Alicia to reach out to the other giants in love and peace, in the same way that Carlos and Kevin had forged their relationship. Kevin was waiting for Carlos to love him like Carlos loved Cecil. That's not true. Kevin didn't wait. He proceeded in love because he assumed Carlos was too. Poor Kevin.
Oh.
Final confession. Kevin R. Free is not Kevin from Desert Bluffs. Kevin R. Free loves pasta salad. So that's
Kevin R. Free is the best.
Oh, I miss Kevin. Oh, I miss him.
He also goes at length to describe his perfect pasta salad after that, but I'll let you look that up in the script book.
I love pasta salad.
Yeah.
I love everything.
It's a delicious summer treat.
He says no mayo, and I think he might be right.
Yeah, just do like
just oil,
like
right?
Like a vinaigrette.
Yeah, different oils, vinegars, like super zingy, and like briny, and yeah.
Oh, I'm the one with mayo. I wouldn't call that pasta salad. I would call that macaroni salad.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is like a macaroni. Yeah.
Like macaroni salad has like mayo. Like pasta salad to me is like more fresh.
Yeah.
Like it's closer to an actual salad. And God, it's just like a staple of summer, like barbecue type stuff for my family. Like it's something my mom makes a lot because she doesn't like a lot of stuff with mayo. So we always did stuff with like vinaigrette type things. And that is one of my favorites. She made me some recently. I ate it all in one sitting.
Wow.
And it was not a small bowl.
I love Kevin's headcanon.
Yeah, that is a great headcanon. Let's see what Sarah says. I think Sarah's got some headcanon as well. Sarah writes, Hi guys, my name is Sarah, and I've got 2 headcanons for you. Double header. My first headcanon is about Kevin's intern, Vanessa. I believe that Vanessa was Kevin's last intern before the Streck's takeover of Desert Bluffs, and that she died during it, not in the episode Sandstorm. The reason Kevin mentions Vanessa multiple times throughout the series in both the past and present tense, often contradicting himself, is because he feels guilty about what happened to her, and imagining that she is there is how he deals with that guilt after the emotional trauma Strex put him through.
Damn.
Wow. I like it.
Yeah.
Like an onion.
In his psychotic decline, he does mention that Vanessa's there in the production room.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So he's having a break. My second headcanon is about the popular debate in this fandom. Who proposed to whom and when? I think that Carlos proposed to Cecil after he got back from his year in the desert otherworld. More specifically, as soon as they got home after the opera review. Spoiler alert, Carlos realized he wanted to be with Cecil for life right after all his science stuff got ruined in the desert otherworld. I love Welcome to Night Vale and your guys' podcast. I am new to Night Vale. I binged the whole show in March. Wow.
Oh,
and I
wow.
love being able to listen to your guys' take on this stuff that is still pretty fresh for me. Night Vale's also opened me up to the world of podcasts, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you guys for all you do. You're awesome. Sarah. Well, thank you. Those are great headcanons. And by the way,
cannon.
mind cannon.
Mind cannon.
It made me think of when I knew that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with Jennifer, which was we had gone to Las Vegas for Thanksgiving with like a group of LA people, like an orphan's Thanksgiving in Las Vegas. And I really wanted to like go play cards. That's what I like to do when I go there. I like to play poker. And Jennifer got sick. She got a cold. And I played for a little bit and then came back to the room. And we spent the night watching movies and eating room service. And it was such a good time. Like I would rather have been there than anywhere else in the world. And that was when I knew that it was time for me to propose. And I started getting to work on the ring right after that.
Aww.
Oh, Hal.
Yeah. So it just made me think of that.
Yeah, it's sweet.
I can't wait till someone proposes to me.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that ghost clown behind you is getting pretty close.
Fuck you, dude.
Forever. The three of us want to spend the rest of our lives with you, our audience. Thank you so much for listening to the show. If you want to get even closer to us, then you go to our Patreon. That's patreon.com/Good Morning Night Vale. You get exclusive content, video content, episodes not available on our regular feed, and ad-free episodes as well. And we appreciate your support, especially during times like this. If you have the means to do it, this is the time when the artists whose work you enjoy need your support the most. We will see you in 2 weeks when we will talk about review. Until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Hal Lublin, and Meg Bashwiner. It is edited by Grant Stewart and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Special thanks to our fans who submitted their thoughts this week. Leave us a voicemail at 929-277-2050 or email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to posit which woodland animal secretly broke into my outdoor grill last night. This show is powered by our patrons like Shadow Side, Catherine Fink, Caitlin Llewellyn, McGowan Forbes, and Amanda Class. If you're interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, hyper-cool kid content, check us out at patreon.com. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. Today's adverb is specifically. I am specifically speaking to voters in the United States in Arkansas District Number 2. Did you know that this November you can vote for Joyce Elliott, an Arkansas state senator who is seeking a U.S. congressional seat in November? Elliott was the second black student to attend her local public high school, and the first was her older sister. If elected in November, she will be the first black lawmaker in Congress from Arkansas, ever.